7 p.m. in the council chambers to order. Please rise for invocation by Deborah Hart.
Let's bow our heads. Thank you, dear Lord, for the blessings of living in such a wonderful country. Please be with our elected leaders tonight. Help them make wise decisions on behalf of our community. Thank you for all the blessings that you've given to us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Remain standing, if you would, as Jonathan Martin and Blake Milner from Troop 166 out of First Christian Church come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, Mr. Kirby.
Councilwoman McVeigh.
Here.
Councilwoman Horton.
Here.
Councilman Tinsley.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Here.
Councilwoman Fox.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker.
Here.
Mayor DeGaris.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none. Citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Seeing none, move on to workshop required items. Item A, the City Council review authorizing the mayor to issue a letter of support to Housing Plus LLC doing business as Poplar Bluff Senior Villas for low-income housing tax credits to construct 36 low-density, both 1 and 2 bedroom designs.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, Deborah Hart and is here from the housing, and Nathan Mowers here from Poplar Bluff Realty. This is a 36 1 and 2 bedroom units, affordable senior housing. It's off of Oak Grove, just right before you get to Shelby Road. We met with them several months ago and discussed this, and they're just asking for a letter of support from the council. And if you have any questions about the project, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to answer the questions.
If no one has any questions, I'd entertain a motion and a second to move this to the voting session to be held July 18th.
Make a motion, we move to the voting session. July the what?
18th.
18th.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, the City Council review the city manager's contract. I believe this contract that runs out today.
Tomorrow.
Starts, we haven't had you sit over for a while. Runs out tomorrow, and there isn't any changes in it. Everything is exactly the same as it was last year. We're just extending it for 1 more year.
I guess Mark has done an excellent job, and just as showing all the other employees have gotten some kind of a raise when they renew the contract. Can we give him 3% or something like that?
Yeah. There's no change in your salary in this, is there, Mark?
No, I didn't ask for any change. The rest of the employees got 2% on January 1 of this year. But
Say it again.
the rest of the employees got 2%, I think, in January of this year.
That's right. I would think a 2% raise is not out of the question,
2%.
just like every other employee.
If you want to be fair.
Okay, so the motion would be to approve the contract for 1 more year with a 2% increase.
I'd so move.
I second.
Okay, this will be to move to the voting session to be held tonight. All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, City Council review a request from the Planning Department and Historical Preservation Commission to contract with a consultant to assist in the preparation of nominations to the National Registry of Historic Places. Mr. Avery.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. As the mayor stated, this is a request to enter into an agreement for the Garfield Historic District project. I would like to give you a little history before I get into the nuts and bolts of this. We actually started this in 2014, intending to submit it as a 2015 grant. We did the paperwork, put it all out to the state, and even though we were in consultation with them prior to beginning that process, once we got it to the state office, they denied that process. So that's why we moved this very same project into this year's application with the state. We have done more research, put together better information, and they've assured us that they are going to cooperate with us. Historic Preservation Commission and the Planning Department, meaning myself and Nevada Young, we put a lot of effort into this. When we started this in 2014, we consulted with the Department of Natural Resources, State Historic Preservation Office, which is the agency that we work through on this. We consulted with them, and we determined that, and they recommended that we go up to about as high as $14,000 for this study and this work. We felt that was a little bit high, so we set a limit of $12,500, which was the agreement that we made with State Historic Preservation Office. So when we sought bids, we got 4 valid bids, and I believe y'all have that information with you at this time that you may be able to review. 2 of the companies we've had work with before, Terry Foley, the most recent, and then prior to that we had Thomas and Associates that we've had work with our Historic Preservation Agency, our commission previously. This is a workshop item only. I have the chairman of the Historic Preservation Commission here tonight. I believe I will be able to answer all of the questions that you might have about this. When we set the terms with the State Historic Preservation Office, we will spend $12,500. That's the agreement we have with them. And it goes through the Historic Preservation Commission, so it has to be done on something that is like or exactly what's spelled out in our agreement with them. That being said, I would like to give you the recommendation of the Historic Preservation Review Committee. We did ratings. There were 3 of them, 3 people doing ratings. I was one, Emily Wolpers was one, and Christina Shawn was the other one. Both of them are members of the Historic Preservation Commission. And as planner, I would be involved to do my own. We did recommend the high bid. I don't know if you're looking at the numbers, but so once we rated them, we looked at the 2 that the commission and myself rated the highest, and we went back and asked them questions. How many visits to town are you going to make? What background do you have in doing this kind of work? Are you familiar and accessible to the City of Poplar Bluff and the Historic Preservation Commission? And if you look at what our rating sheet showed, it wasn't about the money. They don't set the money and I don't set the money. It's set in agreement with the State Historic Preservation Office. So even though we are recommending the high bid, we feel that we will get proper value for the money we're going to spend, and the state is going to put in $7,500 and the city is going to put in $5,000. And again, that money will be spent regardless of whether we take the highest bid or the lowest bid, because we have to complete that agreement with the state. And I would be glad to answer any questions you might have. I have milestones. I have, everything that basically that we're looking to do. And yesterday, Ms. Wolpers did attend the event at Wheatley, the event at Wheatley School, and spoke concerning their festivities there and informed a lot of the people in the neighborhood and at the meeting that this was going forward. I know I remember Mr. Johnson was involved the last time when we tried to get this through, and we put a lot of effort into it. So I feel good about this proposal, and we've worked with this consultant that we're recommending in the past, and I always had excellent results. So other than that, I would answer any questions you could direct to me,
It's gonna cost the city $5,000, no matter what one we go with.
no matter what. We agreed with the state, and the state actually recommended a higher number when we talked to them about what it would take to do this project, and we felt that $12,500 was plenty of money. The state said you may want to go up in the $14,000, $15,000 range, and we said, you know, we're talking a very small area. But part of the problem with it is that we know that a lot of the history and a lot of the information is not easily found, and maybe some of it's not even written down. Especially in that community up there, there were not really good records kept, or not public records. There are records and personal history, but not public records. So yes, we have to spend $5,000 and the state spends $7,500, regardless of who we choose.
So if we took a lower bid, it really wouldn't pay.
It doesn't save us any money, no. Unfortunately, you know, I wish that we could, you know, say, oh, well, we can get a better deal with this, but once we've entered into the agreement, which we did last summer, last fall, with the state office, once we did that, we were locked into that dollar figure.
We've been very successful with Terry Foley also in her past performance here in other areas.
I think she's done 3 for us. She did the land use survey in the downtown Poplar area. She did the historic district in Kinzer and Cynthia area, and the North Main, 400 block of North Main, and the houses within that stretch of North Main Street.
So it makes, she's very familiar with our area and has done an
Yes,
excellent job.
She is. She was formerly from Cape Girardeau, and so we consider that more or less local. And none of the other people that submitted are from here in town. One of them is from the state, but the other 2 are out of state as well. So.
I would make a motion that we accept the committee's recommendation and move this to the voting session on July 18th.
I'd second it.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Action required items, bill number 7922. The city council take action on an ordinance accepting a bid for soft drink beverages at Black River Coliseum.
I have a question about the contract, if I may. Under the default section of this, is this a termination without clause agreement there? If it doesn't work out from either side, that they can, written notice within 90 or 120 days can get out of the contract?
Councilman, there is no escape clause, as we refer to it, no termination without cause for any period of time. There are, of course, provisions for termination with cause, and also grace periods for remedial action by either party that's been challenged for breach of the contract. But there is no escape clause that would allow us to get out of it. So it's
It's a cause with
there
default.
unless there's a failure to perform on the part of Pepsi. And sometimes you build those clauses in a lot of different kind of contracts. This one, particularly because of the way it's written and the cash contribution that's being made and the investments being made in coolers and so forth and so on, you'll not enter into a contract, regardless of who the successful bidder is, in a contract of this nature successfully with an escape clause that lets you out for any reason that you want. Had we insisted on that provision, we would not have gotten the 2 generous bids that we got.
Okay.
No other questions? I'd entertain a motion for first reading.
I'd make a motion for the first reading of bill number 7922 and caption only.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for soft drink services for the Black River Coliseum.
Move for second reading and caption only.
Second.
Motion second for second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for soft drink services for the Black River Coliseum.
Move to adopt 7922.
Second.
Motion second for adoption. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby.
Councilwoman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley,
Yes.
Councilman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker,
Yes.
Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7922 is adopted. Bill number 7923, the city council will take action on an ordinance accepting a bid for the airport lighting project.
Move for first reading of 7923 and caption only.
Second.
Motion second for first reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for the Poplar Bluff Municipal Airport lighting project.
Move for second reading
Second.
in caption only.
Motion second for second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for the Poplar Bluff Municipal Airport lighting project.
Move to adopt 7923.
Second.
Motion second to adopt. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley,
Yes.
Councilman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Councilwoman McVeigh,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker,
Yes.
Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7923 is passed. Bill number 7924, the city council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Federal Aviation Administration for a flight study.
Move for first reading of 7924 and caption only.
Second.
Motion second for first reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Federal Aviation Administration relating to a flight study at the Poplar Bluff Municipal Airport.
Move for second reading of 7924 and caption only.
Second.
Motion second for second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Federal Aviation Administration relating to a flight study at the Poplar Bluff Municipal Airport.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Motion second for adoption. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby.
Councilman Tinsley,
Yes.
Councilman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox,
Yes.
Councilwoman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker,
Yes.
Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7924 is adopted. Bill number 7925, the city council will take action on an ordinance accepting a bid for body armor for the police department.
Move for first reading of bill number 7925 and caption only.
Second.
Motion second, first reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for the purchase of body armor for the Poplar Bluff Police Department.
Move for second reading, caption only.
Second.
Motion second for second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance accepting a bid for the purchase of body armor for the Poplar Bluff Police Department.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Motion second for adoption. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby.
Councilman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox.
Yes.
Councilwoman McVeigh.
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton.
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker,
Yes.
and Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7925 is passed. Bill number 7926, the city council will take action on an ordinance disposing of antiquated equipment from the fire department.
Motion to read Bill 7926 in caption only for first reading.
Second.
Motion second for first reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson.
An ordinance authorizing the disposal of obsolete or surplus equipment.
Move for second reading, caption only.
Second.
Motion second for second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance authorizing the disposal of obsolete or surplus equipment.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Motion second been made for the adoption of bill number 7926. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby?
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Councilwoman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker?
Yes.
And Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7926 is passed. Bill number 7927, the city council will take action on an ordinance extending the city manager's contract.
Move for first reading of 7927 in caption only.
Second.
Second.
Motion second for first reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance of Poplar, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute an employment contract with Mark Massingham for the position of city manager for the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Move for second reading.
Second.
Motion second for the second reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Richardson?
An ordinance of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute an employment contract with Mark Massingham for the position of city manager for the city of Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Move to adopt 7927.
Second.
Motion second for adoption. Any questions or comments? Roll call, Mrs. Kirby?
Councilwoman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker?
Yes.
And Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Bill number 7927 is passed. You got to put up with us another.
And you got to put up with me.
Item GG, the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff will meet in a closed meeting in which they will discuss such matters which are exempt under the Opens Meeting Law, Section 610.021.1, .2, .3, .9, .11, .12, .13, and .14, the revised statutes of Missouri.
Make a motion, we move into closed session after city manager's report.
Second.
Motion is second. Roll call, Ms. Kirby?
Councilwoman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Tinsley?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crocker?
Yes.
And Mayor DeGaris.
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Mr. Massingham?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to serve in this capacity for another year. It's been a great council to work with for the last year, and I appreciate all the support. I received a card in the mail addressed to the city manager and the city council, and this lady actually asked that I read that at the council meeting, so I'm going to do that for you. PB City Council, please read this if you have time at your next city council meeting. We forget some of the important people in our lives. They keep the streets up so our lives will stay in line, our tires will stay in alignment. They thaw out meters or in the winter so we can have water, streets cleared in the winter so people can get to the work, the emergency room, doctors, stores, sewers cleaned to keep from coming up in our yards, help the fire department and police to get around, and electric department when problems occur in summer, heat index is high. They go out and fix things at night or day, work until it's fixed. Also, street department, they are both dependable and courteous. No electric, everything shuts down. How many lives do they save? Nothing is mentioned. We should thank all of them. What a great job they all do, not just as when needed, but a smile would help. They are courteous and helpful. Mr. Turner of the street department and others help even when off duty. Can the city manager and mayor think about them? There are times they put their lives on the line to give them some credit. It's from Velma Smith of Hazel Street here in Poplar Bluff. I just wanted to read that to you. It's rare that we usually get just the opposite, but it's nice to get thank yous every now and then. I just want to talk a little bit about Maud Street, the intersection of Maud and PP Highway. The street department is going to erect a sign coming up Maud Street that will say dangerous intersection. We've had that ordered for a couple of weeks now, so it should be in shortly. I've talked to Dave Wyman at MoDOT. He's actually been on vacation the last week or week and a half. He should be back this week. He has turned a report into the Traffic Control Department at MoDOT, so they're looking at that. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll have some answers on what MoDOT can do at that intersection. Other than that, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
I'd like again to thank the Boy Scouts for coming up and leading us in our pledge of allegiance, and I guess we're going to do that at every council meeting, have the pledge, so we can never show enough respect for our military and everything that's done to for our nation. That's why we're here. That adjourn.
Okay.